Welcome everybody back to another week of hashtag Bet That. That's right, people. Your YouTube sensation, your social media's number one handicapper, Mike Knoxxx, is back here to show you how to win the money, people. That's right. But let me just break it down for you here in this NFL week 2 of the NFL season. It's early, okay? 9-7 last week, 0-2 on upsets and locks. But guess what, people? I digress because I told you from the beginning that over 6 years, I am a 70% winner. You heard what I said, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. 70% winner. My idol, Brandon Lang, the world's number one handicapper, went 9-7. I'm just social media's, baby, number one handicapper. So you determine how good I really am. Okay, now check it out and break it down. How many people tell you they had a bad week? They let you go back. They let you dissect their numbers, break it down so that you can figure out if they were right or they were wrong. But no, that's not what I do because I know how good I am. I know how much I love the money and how much I want to show you the money. So let's just go ahead. Break it down. Enough of trying to making excuses for the week that I had last week. The fact that it was week 1 of the NFL season and nobody knows the trouble we've seen. Because it's NFL season week number 1. But enough of that. Let's talk football. Tonight, people, that's right. Thursday night football is here. I don't know about you guys, but this Thursday night football games, woo! There's why it's time for you to get back into the game. Start a little early for those who only play 1 game. For those who only play 2 games, okay? Let's break this down now. Every time a person like Mike Knoxxx says you got to play the games, I give you the picks because they're there. You determine what game is best for you. So I will give you all the winners. I'll give you my locks. I'll give you my upsets. But the rest is upon you. Week number 1, like I said, starts off today as we break it down now. Denver is at Kansas City. Kansas City favored by 4 points. Now we're talking about a Kansas City team that looked very good last week against Houston's good defense. We're talking about a Denver team that didn't look so well. Remember, before everybody wants to start talking about is this Peyton Manning on the decline, yours truly, Mike Knoxxx, has been saying it over the entire summer where you can find me each and every single Monday through Friday from 5 to 7 on Fox Sports Radio, 1340 AM. Okay? Now, the soul in sports. Now, take it out. Do I believe in Peyton this year? Not so much. What's the one rule in handicapping? Peyton Manning always covers. As bad as he played last week, he still covered. Well, in that case, the defense covered. But hey, it was him. It's still a rule. He still covered the spread. So, look at this way, people. You want to go against Denver? Check out the records that Peyton Manning has set forth for himself in Kansas City. 11-1. 11-1 is Peyton Manning in Arrowhead Stadium. And you got to think about this. As much as I think Peyton is on the decline, something that I do know about legends is that legends don't die, they multiply. That means basically tonight Peyton got something to prove. He hears the whispers. He hears Mike Knoxxx talking about him. He hears the 4-letter talking about him. He hears all the pundits. Peyton Manning comes out tonight and shines and will cover the 4 against Kansas City. We got Carolina at home against Houston. Now Houston started off slow against Kansas City last week. But look what they did in the back end of that game, okay? They almost got back in there. I know some of you guys can equate that to Kansas City choking in the playoffs last year against Indianapolis, having that big lead, and Andy Reid sometimes taking his foot off the pedal, if you will, so to speak. And we know that Andy likes to try to fit a square peg into a round hole. But no, different place, different time. You got Carolina at home with no offense. So what does Houston have to worry about? Nothing but what? Their offense. Their offense didn't look so bad in the 3rd and 4th quarters last week, taking Houston as the underdog in this game to cover the 4 points. All right, then we got New Orleans at Tampa Bay. Or Tampa Bay at New Orleans. Listen to this, guys. Do I believe in Tampa Bay after they got shellacked last week against the Titans at home? Guess what? No, I do not. Number 2 rule in handicapping is double-digit leads are disrespectful. They're 11. They're 11. I think they're going to lose this game, but I'm not betting my hard-earned cash on 11 points. However, if you want to bet it, guess what? You better take Tampa Bay to cover that 11 points. I tell you that much. Not winning the game, but covering the 11. The defense has something to prove after last week's shellacking by a rookie who's already on his way into Canton and Marcus Mariota. Okay, then we got Pittsburgh at home over San Francisco. The San Francisco treat. What defense? That's what y'all said. What offense? That's what y'all said. Guess what? San Francisco came out and proved they have them both. But guess what? They're in Pittsburgh. They're in the Steel City. Okay, I'll tell you here, right now, my Super Bowl pick this year to go to the Super Bowl is the Pittsburgh Steelers. You can say they lost last week, Mike Knoxxx, to the New England Patriots opening night. And I'll tell you, guess what? They had 3 offensive players not there. Guess what? The same 3 offensive players will not be there. But I watched the game. I studied the game. Guess what? It was more about the Pittsburgh Steelers losing the game and Tom Brady being Tom Brady, taking advantage of whatever Tom Brady takes advantage of, because that's Broadway Brady. But Pittsburgh will win this game and cover the 6 points at home against San Francisco. Minnesota at home, favored by 3 over Detroit. Take Detroit. I know it's a divisional game. I know it's a short week for Minnesota. Back at home, but back at home. They played on the road last week on Monday Night Football against San Francisco. But that offense, that's not look good to me. And Adrian Peterson, I think, will come out and have a good game that he didn't have this past Monday Night Football. I'm still taking Detroit to win this game. They came out fast. Let San Diego come back and win that game last week. You're saying, Mike, what are you doing this on? I just don't believe in the Minnesota Vikings. I'm looking at that team, and I think it's everybody's hot pick. Everybody wants to pick them because it's something new. It's something trendy. AP is back. They look pretty good in the preseason. You got your boy wearing the glove thinking he's Michael Jackson. Listen, I love him as a quarterback, but not in this game. Take Detroit and the points. Now, my lock of the week. Here it comes. Woo! Focus. My lock of the week. Whoa, focus. Everybody wants to love the Buffalo Bills. I want to love the Buffalo Bills, but not today. Not this week. They always play New England well, but guess what? Broadway Brady has what is that? Oh, he has a chip on his shoulder. Take the Patriots and the 1. Listen, it's a pick'em game, okay? I got to go with the Patriots over Buffalo, despite how New England plays in Buffalo. I don't care what Sexy Rexy thinks. I just think the Buffalo Bills come out here and lose this game because I think New England has a point to prove against this team, and they have to prove it. This is a statement game for both teams. I'm going with the defending Super Bowl champions on this one, Tom Brady. Then we got Arizona at Chicago. Chicago is my kind of town. Chicago is. Y'all see the man cave in the back here, okay, guys? Listen, however, Chicago loses this game. Arizona covers the 3 on the road. Then we got Cleveland favored by 2 points at Tennessee. Johnny Manziel versus Marcus Mariota. Now, much to do about nothing was last week, okay? We can all shine and put him in Canton, Ohio, all we want to, but Marcus Mariota has weapons that we didn't think that he had. I'm taking Tennessee and the points to cover that by 2 points, okay? Cincinnati at home. Great win for them against Oakland, but they played Oakland. Great win for San Diego coming back the way they came back against Detroit. I'm lost in this game. I will tell you here right now, this is one of the games, and a few others I didn't call, but this is one of them games I'm calling I would not touch. But if you're going to touch it, take Cincinnati into 4 at home. And we got St. Louis on the road against the Washington Redskins. They shocked the world last week, in my opinion. And even though they lost the game, the fact the way that offensive ran the ball, when that offensive line did not look like it was any kind of offensive line, the way those guys stepped up for Kirk Cousins, the way they opened up holes for Alfred Morris, the way the defense stepped up the way they did. Deshaun Jackson's not there, but guess what? Deshaun Jackson has not still been there. Guess what? All that talk, St. Louis covers the 4. Then we got the Giants at home against Atlanta. I'm taking New York into 3. The Giants should have won on Sunday Night Football. Not taking nothing away from Tony Romo. He did what a quarterback's supposed to do. He brought his team back. But just like Detroit letting off the gas, just like Denver winning the game, and Baltimore maybe should have won the game, I'm going to say the same thing with New York City. New York football Giants will win this game. They look really good, guys. Be wary and be cautious of the New York football Giants. Take the later 3 all day against Atlanta on the road. Then we got Baltimore going to Oakland. I like Baltimore in this game. I thought they came out slow. No T-Sizzle. Hey, what can they do? They're favored by 7, a game I wouldn't touch because I want to see. I think they win the game outright. Just not sure about the 7, but I don't believe in Oakland at all. They're another one of those hot teams that everybody wants to go out there and pick this year. I'm not convinced. They're still the Oakland Raiders. Just win, baby. They can't. So I'm going with Baltimore to cover the 7. Miami at Jacksonville, favored by 7. Again, this is that team I think that whole AFC East is really, really good. You give the Jets, Jets, a quarterback, and they're also good in this division. That's my opinion. Don't like it? Listen anyway. I'm taking Miami, nevertheless, to beat Jacksonville because I got Jacksonville winning 2 games all year. Okay, cover the 7. Philadelphia at home against Dallas. Trap game. This is a typical Vegas trap game. Typical Vegas trap game. You got to understand what a trap game is. Now, I know the Eagles came on Monday Night Football slower. I know all the Eagle haters out there. We told you so. We told the show, Chip what, Chip this, Chip that. Guess what? Chip will win this game. Covering the 7, I'm not laying that points. I'm taking Dallas to cover, but lose the game. Philly does win the game. I just don't think Philly can beat them by 7 points. However, Green Bay at Seattle. Now, this is the one on Sunday Night Football you all got to be scared about. You all got to be worried about. Why? Because it's Seattle versus Green Bay, and their matchups are just, you can't trust them. You know what I mean? Another game I wouldn't touch, but I'm touching it. And if I had to touch it, it's at Lambeau Field. But there's no frozen tundra. It doesn't matter. It's at Lambeau Field. Taking the 4 points in Green Bay over Seattle. Seattle's offense, I'm sorry, you got Jimmy Graham. You got the offensive line looked worse than what we all anticipated that the Washington Redskins offensive line would look. I'm taking Green Bay to win that game because I asked y'all what could, if it could happen, could the man Aaron Rodgers come out here and prove that he can make any weapons out of nobody the same way that all these other great quarterbacks, Tom Brady, your Peyton Mannings of the world, could do, and he did just that. We didn't know who Jordy Nelson was. We didn't. Now, James Jones, come on, 3 touchdowns? I'm taking Aaron Rodgers all day. Then Monday Night Football, the Indianapolis Colts, a lot of people's pick to go to the Super Bowl. Why? I don't see the defense. Why? I don't see the offense, but I do see Andrew. Don't just call me luck. Andrew didn't have no luck last week, and he will not have none this weekend at home against New York. Yes, he will. He will win the game. But 8 points against this Jets defense? I do not think so. Later points on the Jets. Guess what? My upset of the week. You want to upset? You got one right here. My upset of the week. That's right, people. The Jets, Jets defense will cover the 8 points, y'all. Listen, I am Mike Knoxxx. Follow me on Twitter, y'all. Follow me on Instagram, wherever social media is sold, at Real Mike Knoxxx. Go to the website, bdsrnetwork.com. It's the place to be. And I am M-I-K-E on the M-I-C. Except I ain't got no bars, but I got these wins for you. Straight cash, homie. Show you the money. I just did. Fox Sports Radio 1340am.com and Fox Sports Radio 1340 AM WHAP Hopewell, y'all. I'm out of here. Hashtag pick that. #1 social medias. Handicapper!